Okay, so he never moved out. You moved out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since he was living there and you guys obviously separated for a reason, you couldn't stay there any longer.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
Will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Trevino, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Dalton, what are the names of your children in this case? And who is their father?
Lane Michael Ashmore.
Was Mr. Ashmore previously ordered to pay child support?
No.
And why was there no child support ordered?
We agreed that as long as the kids and I resided in the house provided, which he provided, I would not file for child support. But the moment we moved out, we would do child support.
And do you still live in the home that that he was paying for?
No, sir. Or no, ma'am. I live in Shallow with our two children.
Okay. And what, I'm sorry, when did you move out of that home?
At the end of July, the beginning of August for the 2024 school year.
Okay, I'm sorry. So would that have been 2024? Is that what you were saying? What was the date you moved out?
Our move-in date was August 2024.
Okay.
And since that change, did Mr. Ashmore give your children or you any money directly?
He cashed at me $1,200 for pigs. Our daughter shows pigs. Our agreement was that he would buy the 2 pigs and I would fit the feed bill and all traveling and things needed to show pigs. And he gave me $200 for a prom dress, and weekly, if not weekly, every other week, he will give the kids lunch money and gas money.
And do you know how much that amounts to every month?
Not every month, probably about 50 to 80 every week, every other week. I know on my Cash App, I can look and see how much I've sent to each child.
And how are your children covered under medical insurance?
Through Mr. Ashmore. He's a Lubbock police officer.
Okay, so he covers medical and dental?
Yes.
Do you know?
And I believe if they were need vision.
Okay. Do you have access to put your children on insurance at a reasonable cost?
Yes, ma'am, I do. They would be on the same plan. We both have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Do you know what that would cost you a month for only the children?
A little over $300.
And what about for dental?
I believe that was going to be like $50 for both of them. And then extra $100 if I put them on a supplemental.
Since they've been on Mr. Ashmore's insurance, has everything been working well on his insurance?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And you said he's a Lubbock police officer. Do you know what he makes?
I believe since he is a tenure, it's somewhere between 90 and 100,000 before taxes. But he's also an Army veteran.
Okay.
And does receive a few benefits from that.
Do you know the amounts of benefits that he receives?
I know 1 year he said that he got between $30,000 and $50,000, and then for 2025 he said he got a little over 30 grand.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Mr. Ashmore, sir, you're not
Yes.
allowed to comment on her testimony. I'm sure you know
I
that.
didn't think you could hear me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mr. Trevino.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you know if Mr. Ashmore has any other children that he supports?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Besides the his paying for the insurance and the money that you stated that he gave you through Cash App, does he pay any other bills for your children monthly?
No. He has a life insurance policy and a few things that he has done. I don't know how much. That's something he did. Just a life insurance policy. I'm not really sure what all he has. I know insurance, life insurance. He is paying for 2 trucks that he wanted the kids to have. But other than that, I can't really think of anything.
Okay. Is there, do you have any safety concerns with your address, phone number, employer being listed in this court order?
No, ma'am. For the most part, we get along.
All right. So the biggest change since you had your last order is that you no longer live in the home.
Right.
That you agreed, that made you agree to 0 child support.
Right. As long as the children and I resided in the house provided, he wouldn't pay child support. But after we moved out, then he would pay child support.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Ashmore,
Yes.
if you had an attorney representing you today, now would be the time for your attorney to ask Ms. Dalton questions on cross-examination. Since you don't have an attorney representing you, you may ask those questions yourself if you have any. You can only ask her about what she's testified, with some exceptions to, the matters that are before the court today. It's not a time for you to testify. You'll get to do that in a moment. But if you have any questions for her, now is the time to ask them.
Okay, I'd like to ask a few.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
She stated that our deal is when she moved out, I would pay child support after she moved out. Is that what she's saying? Is that what you're saying, Drew?
Yes, or you would help with weekly or monthly things with the kids.
Okay. And did we also not agree that you would move out and the kids would live wherever they want?
Absolutely. They've always had the right to live wherever they want.
Okay. Did we also agree that if I got the trucks, you would pay for their braces?
Yes, and I told you that I could no longer keep up with the payments. And I asked if you could take those over. And the truck was your thing.
We did agree on that though, right?
We talked about it, yes.
Okay. Did you make any payments for the braces?
Yes.
How many payments did you make?
I have no idea, like 4 or 5, and then I couldn't do it anymore. It's just me on my income with 2 kids.
What months did the kids get the braces?
I don't remember. We started this a year ago.
Okay. What was the last payment you made on the braces?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Can't ballpark it?
Okay. I don't really know what relevance braces have or any side agreements that you guys have. The question before the court is, has there been a substantial change in circumstances? So all these side agreements you guys have, I'm not sure that matters. You're going to have to show how that's relevant to whether there has been a change in circumstances.
Okay, the reason it's relevant is because I made considerations due to this deal. I bought, I bought Kenbrook. I'm stuck in that. I'm upside down on those, so I can't just get rid of them. She was supposed to get the braces, and we weren't supposed to have any child support. She had said that. The only reason she's doing this is because she's mad at me because she thinks that I put her in jail, which is not true. But anyway, yeah, I've made consideration. I probably would have thought different about that had I known she was going to go back on it. And then I went ahead and picked up the braces payment. She only made one payment.
Okay.
And that was the money I gave her.
Technically, under the order that was done back in 2016, you guys would be jointly responsible for any out-of-pocket medical or dental expenses that were incurred by the children. You're both equally responsible. With regard to vehicles, no one's required to provide those. I understand kids want, need, etc. vehicles, but no one is required to provide those. So I don't know. I don't think again, the side agreements that you guys made are probably not going to be relevant, but I'll let you go a little farther into it, but we need to focus on what's changed here or hasn't changed.
Well, the thing that's changed is that we're going through the court now, and usually we're able to just do it on our own. And the reason why is because she's mad at me because she went to jail and she thinks it was my fault. So
okay, all right, all right. Do you have any more questions for her, sir? No.
All
right, Ms. Dalton, do you have anything you want to add to or explain about your testimony?
No, ma'am.
Okay. How much was the house payment that he was making?
He took care of all finances. It was in his name. He got a VA home loan. He told me at one point it was $1,000. At one point it was $1,500. So I really don't know. We kept our finances separate.
Okay. Why did you move? What was the reason?
I was living there and his twin passed away, and he was living in an apartment free of rent as a...
Okay, well, hang on. Mr. Ashmore's twin passed away?
Yes.
Twin brother, twin sister? Twin brother. Okay. And how did that impact the situation?
Very much so. His lease was up. He wasn't going to have another police gig to live, and we had lived separately for a long time. I lived in that house, took care of the kids, worked. He lived in the apartment, and he didn't want to do that anymore. I said, okay, you can move back.
I'm sorry. I'm still back on the twin. So did his twin brother live with him?
No, that's just my timestamp.
Oh, okay.
He was in a 2-bedroom apartment.
So he wanted to move back in the house. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, we agreed that he could move back in, and I thought it would be good for him since he had such a major loss in his life.
So he moved back into the house with you and the children?
Yes, it was 4-bedroom. Okay.
And when was that?
2022? 2022? I'm not sure the date.
And how long did he live there?
He lived there he lives there currently.
Okay, so he never moved out. You moved out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since he was living there and you guys obviously separated for a reason, you couldn't stay there any longer.
Absolutely.
Okay. So after you moved out, the support that he's provided has been money for pigs, prom dress, and then lunch money and gas money.
Yes.
Every other week. Is that my understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else that he's paid for since you moved out in 2022?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Unless I don't recall.
Okay. What type of vehicles did he purchase for the children?
A 2017 Dodge and a I don't know what year the other one is. I probably said the wrong years. They're both Dodge trucks.
Okay.
Older than or above 2015.
Okay.
He wanted them to have nice vehicles. I told him that was fine, that I would not be able to take on payments, that would be his deal. I'm very appreciative for me and everything he has done, because I cannot do that.
Okay. And do you work, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
At Faux Real Hair Design in Lubbock, Texas. I'm a cosmetologist.
Okay. And so the health insurance that you would be providing would be through what? Is that through your employer? I'm sorry?
I'm self-employed.
Okay. So you would provide that through the marketplace, or how?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't understand the question. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay. But you think that the health insurance he's providing is fine?
Yes, I don't have a problem with what he has provided at all.
Okay. All right. All right. Ms. Trevino, do you have any more questions for Ms. Dalton?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ashmore,
Yes,
do you have any more questions for Ms. Dalton?
I do not.
Okay. Ms. Trevino, call your next witness.
I'll call Mr. Ashmore.
Lane Ashmore, if you would please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in the cause before the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Ms. Trevino.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ashmore, are you the father of, and do you agree that the children left the home that you're in now with Miss Dalton in August of 2024?
Yes.
Miss Dalton testified that you did provide $1,200 for pigs and $200 for a prom dress. Was that correct?
Yeah, I provided that 1,200 twice for pigs. So she had some last year and she has some this year.
Her other testimony was that you have given them $50 to $80 weekly. What do you believe that you have given the children weekly since they moved out?
Weekly, well, averaged it out, so 75 to 80, sometimes more.
Okay.
That's average weekly.
And what other bills do you pay for the children?
I pay the truck payment, his truck insurance. I pay for their braces, their cell phones, anything big that happens, like Kinsel's out in March. I paid $1,900 for that. She didn't pay any of it. I paid all of their school clothes this last year. It was total about $800 or so.
So let's go back with the costs. Let's look at the truck. What do you pay for the truck?
It's right at $400 a month.
And what about the insurance?
The truck insurance is $149 a month.
And the cell phones?
Cell phones are $90 a piece, so $180 a month.
So the truck, the insurance, and the cell phones, were you paying any of those when they were still living in your home? Or is this all new?
Yeah, no, I was paying all of that. Of course, driving yet, so he, white truck, he just got that in just about a year ago.
Okay, so right around the time he left.
Well, they left in August of 24, so it would have been January of 25. Yeah, when he got the truck.
How much do you pay for their medical insurance monthly?
Let's see. I just told you.
I think it's
Um,
276.
I'm sorry, we can't chime in.
Oh, sorry.
It, like I said, it went up a little bit, but it's right around 357 a month.
And that's for medical. What is it for dental?
That's medical and dental and vision all together.
And is this through your employer?
Yes.
Do you have any other children that you cover under this insurance?
No.
Do you have any other children at all?
No.
And do you still work for Lubbock Police Department?
I do.
What is the gross monthly income that you make?
I was at 8,000, whatever that number was you had. I don't have it pulled up.
So is it correct that your gross monthly income is $8,631.90?
Yes, and like I was telling you, I got a 5% raise in October, but it's going to go back down next week when I go back to day shift because I'm going to lose my 5% night differential.
But this amount is correct.
Yeah, it'll be right there.
Okay. And Ms. Dalton testified that you have some benefits through the VA. Do you get a monthly income through the VA?
I do.
What do you get monthly?
Let's see. Last I checked, it was 2,050. It's 80%, so whatever that is.
Do you have any other sources of income?
No.
And what is your position about paying child support now?
I don't like it. Just because I pay a whole lot already. I like us to handle it like adults instead of putting it in anybody else's hands. But here we are. I guess that's that.
And what is your amount that you believe you pay monthly for the children?
Well, I averaged it out for last year. It was a little over 2,500 a month after you put it all together and average it out for the year.
I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Dalton, just as he had an opportunity to ask you questions, you may ask him questions on cross-examination if you have any. Obviously, the same rules apply to you that apply to him. Do you have any questions for him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Ashmore, do you have anything you want to add to or explain about your testimony?
I'd like to add that, that 2,500 a month, that was for last year. And this is just to say that I do pay a lot for my kids. And that also includes, I've had to repair his truck because his cousin on her side wrecked it. And that was a lot of money. I just spent $900 yesterday getting it in and out of the shop. So, I mean, that's that. Let's see. I'm going to have to get her soon. She needs probably glasses. I'm going to end up paying all of that. Come June, I'll be paying another, $550 for truck insurance.
Okay. So can have a truck right now, or she does?
Well, I'm driving it right now. I'm trying to get an early start on paying it, because I don't want to have 3 truck payments whenever it's time to give her that one, and then I'll have to get another one for me, But yeah, so come June, that'll be another $550 because she's going to get the one I'm driving. It's a red Dodge Ram 2017.
Okay. How long are you your loan? I mean, what's the length of the loan term on these trucks?
That one was 7 years, and I bought it January of last year. So by the time I give it to her, it'll be a year and a half in. The other one was also 7 years, but I did a little smarter, got a little earlier. I got it in November of 2021, so that'll be up in 2028 November.
Okay. How did you decide what kind of, I mean, these seem like expensive vehicles for children. How did you make the decision on the purchasing expensive trucks for kids? 7 year payout of $400 or something, and 400 and something dollars a month. That seems like an awful lot of money for a kid's car.
Yeah, if I had it to do over again, I would have done it different. But my thought process was I want them to get something reliable. I wanted to have them, be able to drive them, in college if they want to go to college. Right. I wanted them to have a decent, reliable vehicle with no payment on it, so that way, they don't start right out of high school trying to, buy something. And if you remember 2021, those used cars they were kind of high. So,
Yeah.
but I thought I got a good deal on the red one.
All right. So you plan to give the truck to when she turns 16, which is going to be later this year, I guess?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did Miss Dalton, did you confer with her about what kind of vehicle to get the kids?
No. I mean, she wanted something like that. I mean, obviously, I was going to give him a Challenger, which I'm really glad I didn't. But yeah, we wanted something safe, reliable. I mean, they're crew cab trucks, 4-wheel drive. I don't think she had a problem with what I got them. I got a good deal. I thought I got a good deal on the white one, but like I said, the used cars were a lot higher back then. The red one, I know I got a good deal on. It was 70 something thousand miles. It was like 25,000 for that truck. So.
Right. Okay. All right. Let me make some calculations, and unless there's anything else, Miss Trevino, did you have anything else?
I just forgot to ask Mr. Ashmore, is there any reason, any safety concerns for having your address and phone number in this court order?
No.
Okay. That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Stand by just a moment. Let me make some calculations.
Could I ask one more question?
Yes, sir.
Would it be possible that I get to claim one of the kids on income tax?
This court doesn't control that. That's something that the IRS has rules about. I mean, I think if you guys agree to something, that it's probably no problem, but I don't know for sure. I'm not an accountant.
Okay.
And I don't know the answer to that. That would be something you would need to discuss with Ms. Dalton and your accountant, possibly with the IRS. I can't make that order in this case. Okay.
He already does, and ma'am, he picked out the trucks and just told me because I let him know whatever you pick out because you're doing the payments and you're paying for the insurance and things. I'm appreciative, but you picked it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Just a moment. Anything else from anybody?
No,
No,
ma'am.
Your Honor.
Okay. One more question, Mr. Ashmore. Are your I don't know what type of veterans benefits. That wasn't in the testimony. I think disability is not taxable. Is that what it is, or is it retirement, military retirement?
No, it's disability.
Okay, and so that's not, you don't owe federal income tax on those benefits. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you both for your testimony. I do appreciate that you guys have been working together. That's great for the kids, great for you all. The problem, Mr. Ashmore, is that the way child support is structured, it goes through the person who has possession and responsibility for the kids on a day-to-day basis. I do appreciate that you're paying a lot of money for your kids, for their, their medical stuff and their vehicles, or one of them's vehicle, I guess soon to be both of their vehicles. I understand that especially kids that live in rural areas need transportation. And so I am going to take that into consideration. I do think child support in this case needs to be set because things are radically different than they were in 2016 when this initial order was done, and you guys agreed that, it was ordered in the order that you were making a house payment or you were providing the house. It actually says you were making a house payment in lieu of child support. That's not really happening anymore. And Miss Dalton now wants child support, and I believe she's entitled to it. That said, I do think you should get some credit for providing vehicles for the kids. I'm not sure you should get the zero, though. I mean, I know you shouldn't. And with regard to the medical expenses that there's been back and forth about, and vision, you said the child's going to need glasses or whatever. I would assume your vision insurance will cover a lot of that. But those in the past order and in this order, it's going to say that those things should be split 50-50. Ms. Dalton should be in a better position if you're paying child support to split those things with you. With no money coming into her household from you, and the fact that you decide that you're going to give the kids money without it, going through her, she has no control over that, and that's really not fair. And it's not
to do that.
Sir, this is
She
not a
asked me to do
conversation,
that.
sir. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set child support based on your police department income, and because what it would be on your veterans benefits would be right at $500, a little over $500. So I won't include that, given the fact that you're paying a little over $500 for truck and truck insurance right now. I will base it just on your police department income, which is of course taxable. So the $8631.90 will yield a current child support for two children of $1,613. And so that will be the order of the court. I also, because you've had expenses recently for braces and that kind of thing, I won't start the support until the beginning of next month. I could go back to the dates you were served, which would be November, 1st of November. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just start it February 1st, and you can make whatever adjustments you feel like you need to make with the things that you're paying for the children right now to deal with that. And I think that's fair to both parties. It will drop to, let's see, once the oldest child is emancipated, which will be relatively soon. It will drop to $1,290. So $1,613 for one child, $1,290 for for two children, $1,290 for one child. I will order Mr. Ashmore to continue the insurance through his employer for both medical, vision, and for dental as well. All out-of-pocket medical, dental, or vision expenses are split 50-50 between the two of you. I will, as is required by law, tax court cost against Mr. Ashmore is billed by the District Clerk of Lubbock County. Those will not be due for 1 year from today's date. And they'll send you a bill for them. They're usually not very much, probably under $300. I think I've addressed everything, Ms. Trevino. Have I left anything out?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Every party to a hearing before the associate judge is entitled to a neo de novo hearing in front of the referring court. The neo de novo hearing must be requested in writing. The request must be filed within 3 days of the notice of the substance of my ruling and served on the other parties to this action. It must specify what issue or issues are to be heard by the referring court. The referring court will set a hearing within 30 days of the request for the de novo, but the requesting party must obtain a setting from the court. If one party asks for a de novo, any other party may also ask for one within 3 days of the initial request. If no one asks for a de novo, my order becomes an order of the referring court by operation of law without need for further ratification 3 days from today's date. Thank you both for being here and for working toward resolution of this matter. Good luck to both of you and to the children. Take care, be safe. Ms. Trevino is going to prepare a written order. Once that order is ready, it will be e-filed for my signature. The Attorney General's office will receive a file marked signed copy back of the order from the district clerk, and they will forward one to each of you. You also always can obtain a copy of your order from the Lubbock County District Clerk's office here at the Lubbock County Courthouse. Okay, I'm sorry. At the Hockley County Courthouse, I apologize. At the Hockley County Courthouse, you can obtain a copy of your order. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you both for being here, and this concludes our hearing.